What is going on, PTS cult? I am having some severe technical issues. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. It took me, what, 8 minutes or what time is it? No, it took me like 13 minutes to get this thing going. I don't know. Um, I'm testing that thing that you guys get when you come into my chat on the side where you can just hit an emoji and I guess it'll send it. I don't know. Um, I believe that's part of the beta testing I'm doing for YouTube. I don't know why they picked a little tiny channel like mine. Maybe it's because I have a tiny channel. Um, so if something goes horribly wrong and the whole thing gets crashed, then it won't matter. All right, good. Thank you. You guys can hear me. Yeah, drunk driving. Like I don't have fancy equipment to record with, so I just was recording off of an amp with my phone. So like I'm not fancy. Hell, I can barely operate the phone, so that's why. Just kind of depends on where my phone's at. So while we're chatting here, I've got some. What's up, Tiny D? I think I finally gave you that wrench. Um, I went back to that email and I saw the thing where, like, if you, what I'm testing, there's other stuff too, and I believe that that emoji thing is part of it. Um, I, I saw somewhere where that's going to be made available to everybody soon. It might already be, I don't know. But the thing that I'm really interested in, you thought I was wealthy? No, sir. Um, I was at one time. Um, yeah, it's a thing where like if you ban an account from your channel, um, the way I understand it, if a mod bans them, then I get a notification, and then I have the option to ban whatever device. I can ban the whole fucking device if I want to. So there's that. So I can actually, somebody's trolling too bad. I'm not going to do it just on a, you know, somebody if somebody doxes somebody, I will exercise that option. And from what I read, like if they're using a VPN, and this what I'm telling you about to tell you doesn't I didn't get that from YouTube, but um, like if they're using a VPN, it does something and it'll like fuck I don't know something to the server. I don't know how that works, but it's all above my head, way above my pay grade. What's going on, Batmom? Still waiting on your booby pictures so I can give you a wrench. So I don't know what else was there. There's a couple other things too. I started getting weird options while I was live when different things come up, and I didn't know what the hell they were, so I just X'd them all out. But when that shit comes up, I don't know. I guess I'll try it. Like, I really don't want to ban anybody's entire fucking device, though. You know, sometimes, I mean, the amount of time that it takes them to make a new account now compared to the time it takes to throw an account out of here is it's a good ratio. Yep, I finally got some people rents that I was promising to for a long time. Um, and I also had to take a couple of more. So if you find that you don't have a wrench now and you want to talk about it, you can hit me up. Is that how kitty? I cannot confirm or deny that. Like I don't reveal who all has sent me booby pictures, but Nathaniel, yeah, yeah, I did see that. That was funny. I did see that I have a bunch of messages on Instagram, but I have not looked at any of my messages on Instagram today. I barely check my text messages. If somebody has a troll account or an alt account that they don't mind expending from this channel, come on here and give me a middle finger so I can practice with it and see what my options are. Like I won't ban your device, but I just want to see it pop up. Yeah, Nathaniel, I was wondering about that. Do I have two Instagrams? Yeah, I have the Bill fucking Powell one, which is my personal one that has the cat stuff and so my like my personal stuff on it. And then I also have the FBC Lies Dramagram account. Those are both mine. I thought about making a separate one for Little Fucker, but like I just don't want a fucking million Instagram accounts, so I decided not to. Be drunk at safe rate. That's awesome. Okay. All right, I'm gonna practice. I'm just gonna like I'm not gonna ban your device. I just want to look at something. Okay. I can. Hmm, I'll have to look at this. I'll have to look at this later. But okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna ban your device. I just wanted to see what options came up. Yeah, I've been yeah, Matt, you can go ahead and hide him. That's cool. I got done what I needed to be done. I just wanted to see what option came up. Okay, now let's do if somebody doesn't mind, let's do another one and one of the mods ban them and I'll see what comes up for that. If it comes up for the mod to I don't know how it all works, but yeah, this is just a test. And little fucker, I've been hanging out at my neighbors since last night, but I just came out here to my dad's house to check little fucker, and he seems like he's doing okay today. Yeah, all right. If that person wants to throw up another comment, we'll let Matt ban him, and then we'll see what options I get. Man, little fucker slept on my lap for like I don't usually sleep with animals, but I was messing with little fucker last night. He slept on my lap for like over an hour. He sat there and there's some video up on Instagram. He just sat there and held my hand for a long time. I wound up finding him a home. It's going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a little bit rough on me. Okay. All right, Mr. Samuel. All right. All right. If I accidentally kick myself, I'll come back up. And if I accidentally end the stream, I'm just gonna. I probably won't come back because I don't really have anything pressing to talk about. Well, you can't stay with me because I don't know. I can barely take care of myself. You know what I mean? He needs to be with somebody that can. Yeah. Um, I mean, there's been times where I fucked up and been found unconscious because I've been out for 2 days, right? I mean, what if something like that happens and something happens to me and you know what I mean? Who's going to feed him and water him? He'll probably eat my body, but that's okay. He's already more popular than me, Beck. I I'm going back to my uh, neighbor's house after I'm done here, but she said to bring him out there with me. I don't know. I might do that. He doesn't like being inside though. Like he will run into the house, you know, when you go in sometimes, but he gets in there and he looks around and he's all freaked out and then he wants back out right away. So start I thought about putting him on a separate channel because of the being mixed up with this bullshit. You know, there are people that just want to see kitty videos but don't want to have to, you know, go through my other shit. I don't know. I just want him to. I just want to make sure he's okay. And you got to understand that I'm a little farm boy, right? I've spent my whole life hunting and putting animals out of their misery and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, my history with animals has been more out of practicality than feelings. And I admit I do care a lot about this little guy. Um, and when I thought I was going to have to put him down, I was pretty upset about it. Yeah, I'm not really into cats, but I mean, this little fucker gives me vibes, you know, and he's been doing it since he was a real little thing. I didn't I didn't really teach him how to do that. He just started doing it. And I just said, "Hey, all right, give me fives." And like it I just every time I see him I do it and it just he just I don't know. It happened organically. I didn't how do you even train a cat to do anything? How do you breed cats, Kitty? What do you like? You just like set them up on a stool and go at it? I don't understand. And I kind of feel like, like I've never dropped a cash app. This I'm not doing the channel for money. But after so many people reached out and wanted to help him, I kind of felt obligated. And another thing that I'm wrestling with is now. I mean, like I have taken it's except for the 25 bucks that Bill sent me for guitar strings. Every bit of it is going to Little Fucker. Oh, which by the way, I don't know if Bill's listening, but I actually ordered two pairs of Ernie Ball acoustic guitar strings. And the total came to like 25.66 or something like that. So every bit of it went to guitar strings that you wanted it to. You thought dogs were boys and cats? Aw. Well, I tell you what, my parents more or less have a fucking breeding farm. I've talked to them about having some of the cats fixed. The thing is there are a lot more cats out here than I can ever put on film because there are some that live around here, but they're so freaking wild. They avoid humans at all costs. The only time you see them is like when they're far away. Once they see you, they take off. And then sometimes they have kittens, and the kittens, it's yeah, it's crazy. But it's really okay though because it helps keep the rodent population down. What's going on, Vlad? All right, I do need somebody to jump up here so I can test something else. Oh, today's Vlad's birthday. That's right. I forgot. Happy birthday, Vlad. Somebody's got to come up here and sing him happy birthday. Yeah, Kitty, we've got a large outdoor kennel too. It's called 800 acres of field and like 10 acres of woods. That's our outdoor kennel. Does it keep the coyotes fed? It's happened. It's happened. Last summer, a coyote got one of our kittens, and I went on a coyote hunting rampage. I mean, it's just it's nature, though. Everything's got to eat. Taking trains down. What's going on? Trust no one. Hey, Kidners. What's going on, Tracy? Persians, yeah. Gotta watch some Persians and Siamese. And my parents they've only ever had two animals live in the house. One of them was a ragdoll cat. And those things are something else, man. Like they're usually cats will avoid water at all costs, but those things are fascinated by water. It's weird. And then when I was looking up things about ragdoll cats, I found out how freaking expensive they are. But I mean, they got it for free, so it doesn't matter. The Elixir brand for $20. I don't know that I've ever used that brand. I usually stick with like Ernie Ball and Black Diamond. I don't even know if Black Diamond's still around. I still have a set of I have a brand new set of Black Diamond strings that have been. I don't know why I saved them back, but they're like that. I got them in the '90s. YouTube deleted. Oh shit. Oh, hang on. YouTube deleted your main channel. Cam, come up here and let's talk about that. Yeah, they've been deleting private videos. Bic has a backup channel for No Games for Weirdos. The videos are all private and they keep getting deleted. So yeah, privating a video will not save you. Oh, what's going on, man?
I'll try and do this with the birds in the background. They're going freaking nuts right now. Yeah, so I took like a little nap and I woke up and my shit was just gone, dude.
Oh wow.
I went to my home screen to see who was live and it wouldn't show me it. I remember what it said, but thought I didn't have internet. I'm like, well, that's weird because the TV's working. And checked my email and sure as shit, um, community guidelines violations is what it said. So I appealed it, but I don't know if
Wow.
they'll put it. I don't think they're going to put it back. So not with two strikes on it currently. So
No, another fucking channel gone. Man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
what's crazy is I privated everything to try and protect it, um, but they still it's not. It didn't show me like what video it was that triggered that, but um, I guess even if you have videos privated, they can still get it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have a Rumble. I think I have like 60 people on there though, and I can't even
Well,
go
you're
live.
gonna have.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No, I was just gonna say you're gonna have to promote the hell out of something, and I'm sure everybody here will help do that.
Yeah. Well,
I'll try to
Seattle.
remember to make a post and put your second channel. If somebody has his second, you want to throw out your second channel here?
Yeah, I guess if you don't mind, it's just I haven't really said anything out loud about the second channel because I didn't want to give certain people the gratification. But I can't even post on the second channel for another week and a half because I got a second strike there. So that channel,
Oh
that's why
shit!
everything's privated on that channel. There's not even one video on there, I don't think. So I
Wow.
literally have nothing on YouTube right now in regards to Mr. Webb that I can go live on. So
Did you see Vic's comment here?
Cam, the 8 videos I'd removed for TOS violation were all private or unlisted. The email stated no strikes, and maybe you didn't get a strike unless it stated on the email. Yeah, it's possible. It didn't say I had a strike. I can go back and look, but it just says we have removed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our community guidelines. That's probably the two previous strikes. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting because yada yada yada. So what about this? I had a YouTube Premium for like the last 2 years on that account, and I can't even search people. Like I can't even go watch YouTube videos on that account anymore. But yet YouTube once again takes your money and runs. So
Wow.
like I can't even
Can you
go.
even get in somewhere to cancel it, or?
I haven't even thought of that because I subscribed to that like over 2 years ago. It was like $15 a month that I get billed, but it's just so you know when you're driving, you don't have to keep your YouTube screen up. You can swipe out of the video and it'll keep playing it. That was like the main reason why I did it.
Right.
I mean, I can't remember if I had to do that through Google or if that was the Apple Store. I can
That's
check.
insane, man. YouTube has such a fucking money racket. I mean, first they take 30% of super chats to begin with, plus whatever else you have, and then these people having big paychecks coming, and oh shit, you're not getting it. And not only are the people not getting it, they're not refunding it to the people that donated. That's some serious bullshit.
Yeah, not only did I not like I didn't even have a big paycheck coming to me for my last month. It was like $400, but like they didn't even refund anyone. Like I asked people that sent super chats, including I didn't ask Bill Evans, but I know he sent a couple of them, and I don't think he got them back. And the other people I asked said they didn't get anything back. So in
Yeah.
fact,
No, I've talked to other catchers that have lost their channels, and one of them had like 7,000 something dollars coming to him.
uh-huh.
Gone, just gone.
Oh shit! So they just charged me $15.99 for YouTube Premium on February 28th. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, that's coming up. Never
What?
mind.
I
Well,
was
no,
gonna say,
I just got charged January 28th. So again, they like to take your money like a week or two before you're gonna get billed again, and then just fucking run with it. Oh, let me
yeah,
cancel. I'm gonna see if I can get a refund on this through Apple.
dude, are you blowing up a blow up doll, or what's going on there?
Dude, it's fucking goddamn birds, and I'm so fucking over it at this point.
Oh, I got you.
But there's nothing I can do.
Well, you could try taping his beak shut.
Yeah, PETA will show up at our house, or I'll get shot. Damn, apparently I'm subscribed to a lot of things that I forgot about. Jesus Christ, dude. Sorry, Bill.
Hey, no problem. I understand that. I've been in situations before where there's background noise, and
They're
yeah, I get
usually
it.
like this at night before they go to bed. They know that they're about to go to sleep, so they kind of start screeching like crazy. So what
Do
woke
they
me up
do
from
they
my nap.
quiet down when you if you put a blanket over the cage so the light doesn't get in?
You mean the bird room? Yeah. She puts like heavy ass blankets over the cages to keep them warm, and it's like a
Yeah.
heater in there and stuff.
Yeah, it keeps the light out too, and that makes it want to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's really cold here right now too. So, they shot that balloon down today off the right off the coast of where I live.
Good. I figured they would. We got, they were talking about, the fallout or whatever, but we've got a lot of wide open spaces around across the country, you know, where, this land in a woods or a prairie or some shit, but the ocean works too.
Well, they should have detected it when it entered Canada's airspace and shot that shit down up like somewhere up there. Like it was like a wide open wilderness.
Hmm.
I think the balloon was there to not as much see things, but hear things. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, either way, I mean, even if they're just, dropping flaming paper bags full of dog shit on us, it's our airspace, you know, it shouldn't be there at all. But we do the same shit.
Yeah. Well, there was a second balloon go. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You're not in Texas. But there was a second one that was headed towards Texas. Two of them made
Hmm.
it into the country.
Well, I mean, I was waiting for our rednecks. We'll shoot that shit down.
Unfortunately, not at 66,000 feet. A bullet can only go a mile. So
Well, somebody said you could see it with a naked eye, and I know people have guns that if you can see it, you can hit it.
I think, well, so from maybe they were just saying a bullet can't hit it so people wouldn't try it, but they said that it was the
Hmm.
size of three school buses. So that might be why people could see it in like clear skies. But they were
Right, I
saying like
got you.
if you shoot up at it because of gravity, like a bullet can only go about a mile up in the air, and if that bullet
Right.
doesn't hit anything, it's going to come down and hit something else.
No,
Um,
I mean, that's a saying in the shooting community. If I can see it, I can hit it. But the reality is something like that. Like if you're out in the country where there's no light pollution around you,
mhm.
like on a full moon night, you can actually see satellites with the naked eye.
Oh wow. Yeah, I know you could see the space station sometimes when it like at least when I was in Florida, there was a couple cool places you could drive to that were they're considered like blackout zones, like from outside light. You can see that going by. Um, the really good camera actually probably zoom in on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so for anyone just coming in here, I knew it was going to happen eventually. I mean, I would not have created a second channel if it wasn't going to happen. So I just didn't think I'd have both channels down at the
Here,
same.
I'll make.
I'm trying to think. Like, I have my Twitter. Let me see how many people are on my Twitter. Um, I've been streaming consistently live on Twitter. Every time I go live on YouTube, I can go live on Twitter. Um, and Twitter has a live chat. So let's see. Fuck off, dude. I have 170 on Twitter. See, I know people were upset that I restreamed that last catch ray, and I did, but the reason I did it was so I could put it up on Facebook and Twitter in case YouTube deleted my channel. And because I did that, that video would be long gone right now. Hopefully, Locksmith downloaded that catch though, so we had the actual like file of it. Or I don't know. Do you know if Meow downloads catches at all?
I know he watches Tommy, but I don't know if he does for you or not. We'd have to ask him.
Uh, if he does, I know he doesn't like me, but I would just ask him that catch because I don't. It was my most recent one with Ray, and I didn't really um, have the opportunity yet to reconnect Odyssey and copy it over there, so I don't have it anywhere other than just like on Facebook or Twitter. It's really hard to screen record for me off of Facebook, anyways, and Twitter. So quality won't be as good. It's going to make the video smaller when I go to upload it. So I don't know if he has it or whatever, but I figure out a way to get it and put it up on a. See, I have Odyssey. How's Odyssey working with PvP?
I couldn't tell you, man. I have no experience with Odyssey.
I always see PvP has like a marathon going on. Let me pull up my Odyssey account. God damn these birds, dude. Remind me to never own a bird ever in my entire life.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can flush birds down the toilet like you do goldfish, but might be worth a shot.
Yeah. Oh shit. Can I share my screen?
Absolutely. I'll hook you up.
So apparently, I thought I had to manually connect my Odyssey account to YouTube each time I wanted to copy data over. But all right, hold on. Put this. All right. See if that doesn't show up there.
There you go. You should have it.
I only have 9 followers on Odyssey, but the main reason I have Odyssey is so it copies stuff. I have the catch right here. The whole thing. On Odyssey, so I didn't lose it. Along with all the other catches, and the catches are restreamed as well. Everything's here.
Nice.
So even YouTube's gone. See, I was wondering about that. Like, YouTube deleted the linked account if all these videos would disappear, but apparently not. Let me try and click on one and see what it does. Nope. Wait. Is it gonna play? Or is it my internet?
Okay. Kidner says that dirtydeleted.com has Mr. Web 2.0, but not sure if he has the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. I have it on Odyssey actually. So
right.
Guess
as long as it's somewhere.
Yeah, so I didn't have my second channel. Maybe now I need to link my second channel and get whatever's on there now. But I can't even all my videos are private right now on the second one, so I don't think it'll copy over if it's privated. And I can't make anything public until the strike's gone. So kind of sucks, but dude, YouTube is on some shit, dude. Like every video that was left on my channel did follow their terms of service. Like if you could read their terms of service, there was I rarely like yell at the predators, call them names. The police are in like the majority of my videos. Well, all the videos that were left that had police in all of them, except for the most recent catch, which when I restreamed it, I did my intro with police in it. So,
right. Big says that catch is on Dirty Deleted.
Okay, cool.
There's a link.
All right, thank you, Vic. Well, luckily I can just screen record from Odyssey because it's similar to YouTube. But I don't know if anyone ever tried to like do a full screen with a Twitter video or Facebook video. It doesn't like actually make it full screen.
Yeah, Palmetic. Meow does have a channel if somebody wants to drop his link. And he also has a website called dirtydeleted.com where he like all of my stuff and like all of his panel channels, he records all of our stuff, and I think Tommy and I don't know who else, but so if somebody deletes a video or whatever and tries to say, "Oh, I never said that," then he's got it. But Locksmith records a lot of channels too, so he might also have something. I don't know what all he records, but
oh fuck, dude! Not only does this fuck me up on YouTube, but dude, they deleted my whole email from Google entirely that account was associated with. So
they took down your entire Google account's gone, like any pictures you had backed up or anything like that. Holy shit!
So I can't, dude. All of my chat logs were on my Google Drive under that email for every
Oh
single case
God,
that
man.
I've ever done, and they're gone.
Oh shit.
And here I thought I was safe having everything backed up and saved in the storage cloud. Like fucking Google just deleted everything. That's just it's insane.
Yeah.
And whatever other like accounts that I might have registered to this email, um, usually I get police my web pred patrol email, not this is a Florida Ped Patrol email, but was using it for evidence. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Cam, leave that woman alone. I'm kidding.
Bird needs a Bill Powell quality ball gag.
There you go.
Yeah, I did
We can
just
have one custom made.
a very small one. Um, I did just get an email from Google accounts that, for fuck's sake, dude. Now the birds are banging on the door. All right, so that says thanks for contacting us about being unable to access your Google account. Looks like the email address you asked about isn't associated with an active Google account, but the email was used in the past with Google. Wait, so what are they trying to say? Because they deleted it, my appeal is not going to go through?
It sounds like they're saying that it just doesn't exist anymore.
Well, yeah, because they made it
I
that way.
mean,
So, and then I have another email 2 minutes before that email from the same sender that says Google will review your appeal as soon as possible. Most requests take 2 business days to review. I don't even know. Like, one says that they can't find. All right, whatever. I'm at this point. I'm just like, all right, it's gone. I'm not going to get it back. I'm not even going to be hoping.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing with big tech. They control everything, and there's really not a whole hell of a lot you can do. It's a private company, so it's not like they're violating your civil rights, or you know what I mean. There's just not
Agreed.
much you can do.
Agreed. I just, at the very least, they didn't take all my videos with them. They got a few videos over, the last year that got deleted, but all of my videos are backed up and I have them, so I can just restream them. I'm gonna go ahead and create another YouTube channel just for the fuck of it, because obviously I've had Rumble now for almost a month, and I've had Twitter for 2 months now, and I'm not even over 200 subs on either of those. And obviously, if you want to expose predators, you got to put it out on YouTube. So the other thing
Right.
too is my second channel has been eligible for monetization now for the past month, and I refuse to monetize because again, I don't really need YouTube's money anymore. I don't want it. Two, I felt like had I done it, it might have made me a bigger target. Um, but at the same time, it's like just want to get the videos out there. That's it.
Right. Well, unfortunately, they. I mean, yes, some of the catchers have done some bad shit that they shouldn't have put on YouTube, and of course, some of it happened live, and they use that against us. Um, but look at how many high-profile people, like from Facebook to, I forget the dude's name or whatever, the PlayStation, I think it was. Some dude
Mhm.
high up on that chain, PvP caught. We've got so many others along with them in the big tech industry, and these fuckers all know each other. So that kind of thing, I believe, is really what triggered painting a target on this whole thing.
Yeah. I kind of suspect that one of these people that like watch the videos and report us, I have a feeling that they work with YouTube. They have like direct access to be able to, going about things um, in a way that most people can't go. I just suspect it because it's one of those theories like, oh, it's a small world. Um, how somebody always knows somebody that you know, but it's just it's disappointing, dude. Because again, that was over a year of my life's work. Exposing the predators. Oh my god, dude, I've had videos on there for older than a year now, and some
Right.
of them got a lot of views. And the thing that YouTube doesn't realize is that there's cases that I can't really come on and talk about because I don't want to put that person out there. But I've had a total of 12 out of 143 of real victims that came forward because of the videos that were posted and they saw them. That got turned over to police. That helps the cases and gives the victims resolution. And YouTube like completely robs that whenever they take down videos. So good to you, YouTube. Good to you.
All right, dude. I got to ask you a tough question now.
Sure.
What was the deal the other day with? And I have not seen it myself. I just was told about a post that you made and deleted. Um, what was the deal with that?
I was, I made a very what's the word I'm looking for?
And had you run out of Kratom?
No, I didn't run out of kratom.
Uh,
That's the word I'm looking for. I made a very impulsive post. It was one of those times where I didn't think before I spoke, and I was mad at everybody, not just Ray. I called Ray out too because that was part of my frustrations. I guess I don't know. I just felt like I dedicate so much of my life to this, and I don't know. I know I'm not as good at Ray at like questioning and stuff like that. So obviously, that's in the back of my mind, and it's not anything that I could work on. It's just how I am.
well, I mean, everybody's got their own style. It would be really boring if everybody was the same.
But anyways, yeah. So I took the post down. It was immature, and Ray and I had a 2 hour long discussion over the phone the next day, and Ray and I are good. Ray and I have plans coming up in April. Except now it may or may not be on YouTube. So, um,
Right. But you are still going to work with Ray?
yeah, yeah. I just meant like I'm taking a break for a month from doing any collabs or even catches really because I need to work a job. I spent like the last few days applying to multiple jobs, not just one. Just work from home type stuff, and so that's what I'll be doing.
Well, just be careful because if something sounds too good to be true, it is. And yeah, you don't want to rely on this shit because it's too unstable if you're relying on it for
Oh,
income,
yeah, no, I stopped relying on YouTube for income about like 9 months ago. I just was making enough money to cover, my expenses, and that's really all I wanted from it was to break even. I never wanted to really get rich off of the YouTube. I just wanted to be able to go out decoy as long as I wanted to and get as many catches as I could and work with the police as much as I wanted to. And YouTube kind of supplemented that for me for a little while there.
Mhm.
So now it's like I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time working, but that's why I want to do it from home so I can still decoy at least some of my other decoy accounts from home with a VPN and do customer service work at the same time. One of the companies that I have an interview for on Monday, TurboTax,
Oh
doing
yeah.
yeah, doing customer service like from home, like chat style stuff. I guess there's a TurboTax app or whatever that you could do like chatting on with
Oh,
the
right on.
team.
But
Yes,
you know about that kind of thing about people about how to do people's taxes and stuff.
I wouldn't be doing people's taxes. I'd be helping with like app issues, tech issues. Maybe somebody like got locked out of their account. I could help them with it. I wouldn't be doing like I don't think you would be allowed to do like get into people's finances like without being in an office.
No, I'm talking about being if I call you up and say, hey, let's say let's assume for a second that I have a company that makes custom fit ball gags,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, hey man, I know I can write off the Pyrex and the rubber and the leather straps, but can I write off the buckle too? If I ask you that question, would you know how to answer it?
As of right now, I don't have training for this yet, but if I had to take a guess at it, I'd say, all right, let me diagnose this problem for you. Just give me 1 minute. Well, I wouldn't have to put you on hold because it's on the computer chat, but I go and look
Ah,
up, research and find out what it is that I need to come back and either say, or if I don't know, transfer you to a higher representative, someone higher up. But
um,
there's a training process for these things. So there was like this site I signed up on that is nothing but these kind of jobs, and I had to take a 2 hour long test. Like they tested my English, they tested my common sense, they tested like what I would do in certain scenarios, kind of like what you just asked me. Um, so I passed all of that apparently because otherwise they wouldn't be offering me jobs. But all of these different apps are, including cruise ship jobs too. People booking vacations. Um, through like Carnival Cruise Lines, so I could work for Carnival Cruise Lines, but I'm not like directly working for them. I'm working through this site, so I could have multiple accounts.
right, dude. I want to answer this question real quick before it gets lost in the chat. I have said from the beginning that Mitch Richmond was nothing but a shit starting troll. That was always my opinion of him, and it never changed. That's all he was ever about. And it's nice to see he got found out last night. I thought that was hilarious.
Canadian. The video's gone because it was on the YouTube channel that got deleted. The one with the Tommy prank call. But Tommy's mad at that, and Tommy can just be mad at it. I don't care. It was for fun. He actually even laughed, so can't be mad. Dude, I swear to God, man. Oh wait,
Warbot, I guarantee you Mitch Richmond was not really upset about anybody's profile pic. He does not really care about anybody. He's just a shit starting troll who pretends to be upset about things. Dude, he will go on one person's panel and talk about somebody else, not even in the chat, like me, and misrepresent a bunch of shit and run on rumors that um, he'll act like he's asking questions, but what he's really doing is starting shit because people hear somebody ask a question and then it becomes circulated. That's the kind of shit that he's been doing all along. Like he'll go on somebody else's panel and talk a bunch of shit about me or whatever, and then come on my panel and talk a bunch of shit about that person. And that's all he ever does. He doesn't really believe in the shit that he's saying. He's a fucking professional troll. And he probably does live in his grandma's basement. He pretends to be all passionate about, oh, so and so said this and blah blah. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to start shit.
uh, just I don't want people to think that I skipped over anything, Bill. But just so everybody
No,
knows,
go ahead.
I publicly am sorry for my post that I made. Obviously it was immature. I make immature decisions quite frequently. I've been trying to work on that. Um, I think I've been a little bit better the last 6 months, anyways, or improving. I don't know, but um, Anyways,
I think you've come a long way since you started. At least you're not wearing that fucking suit anymore.
oh, that was like, I think the last time I wore that was when I had that gun pulled on me, right? I think that was the last time. That catch on Christmas Eve. Or wait, no. The last catch was the one with Ryan, the one that we waited 2 hours for the pred to show up at the catch house.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Hanging out with Ryan has got to be aggravating as fuck. I feel like I would probably annoyed the whole fucking time.
Honestly, he doesn't really talk that much, but not in person anyways. But Warbot, I want to do a class action lawsuit. I don't have an attorney right now on the case, so I can't represent 23 other people by myself. They can file by themselves like I did, but I haven't even filed yet. I have to wait till the end of the 30-day letter that I sent or whatever. But oh my fucking god. Um,
Man, you're gonna have to bring that thing's neck. I'm sorry.
I, all right. So, anyways, what I was trying to say was, once I do have a lawyer on the case, whoever sent me their information on like Facebook or email, I'm going to give the lawyer their information so they can call them and see if they want to be added to the case. I can't just add people to the case. They got to want to, and they got to agree to sign on certain documentations and stuff like that. But I do want to have multiple people on this case. No, I'm talking to a lawyer right now, Warbot, but I have not made a decision, and neither has the lawyer yet. So I need to actually sit down in person with the lawyer before we, cross our T's and dot our I's. But oh, I know I would. I know I would. The reason I just went ahead and went pro se at first was because I couldn't find a lawyer right away. So, and the news is protecting him. They're not doing a news story.
Dude, how many lawsuits have you been involved in the past?
Only two. One was a car
Okay.
accident. Yeah, one was a car accident with Lyft. I was a passenger and I got injured. My driver fled the scene. He didn't have insurance, so I sued Lyft, and I won it, but then I didn't win it. So like we didn't even get enough money from Lyft's umbrella policy to cover all of my medical expenses, but I still somehow managed to walk away with like $2,000. And then the second one I won, which actually I won $18,000, was the lawsuit against my former employer from 3 years ago, Flower Shop. They owed me. You think YouTube's bad? I was a 1099 there. Well, no, they tried claiming I was a 1099. That's what the problem was. But I was actually a W-2 because if I decided I didn't want to come into work, they threatened to fire me. So you can't do that if you have 1099 employees, or they're not employees; they're independent contractors.
W, yeah.
So they withheld my last check because I told them,
Dude, I had a hard time, like after I got hurt, and I got hurt on the job, I still had a hard time getting the employer to honor FMLA and all that shit.
Damn. Yeah, there's a lot of I hate to say it, it's a lot of mom and pops style businesses that are they're always pinching a penny. The corporations get it now. Like if you go work for like Petco or those places, you're always going to get your final paycheck. You don't have to worry about anything. Then you get benefits. But if you go work for like a mom and pop flower shop, you're kind of like asking for trouble. Dude, I worked 90 hours a week. I drove 90 hours a week. They had me out delivering flower arrangements at midnight, dude. Imagine coming to your door in the morning and seeing a flower arrangement that's been sitting there for 6 hours. Dude, they did not give a shit. They said deliver it until it's done. And
Yeah.
because they get paid from like flowers.com once it's confirmed that it's been delivered. So they don't care when they get it. So I sued them and I won. Took a year, but I had a good lawyer, and they were going, even though we got a judgment against them, they still weren't going to pay me, and they won't go to jail if they don't pay you either. But when they tried to sell their business, they had no choice. So,
Right on. Yeah, when you try to fight corporate lawyers and shit, man, it's hard and it takes forever.
mhm. Yeah, I agree with you, Warbot.
So about Bitch Richmond, yeah, he he's just yeah. I said from the beginning he was nothing but a shit starter. He wasn't legit. He wasn't honestly pissed off about somebody's fucking profile picture. He was just using that to go off and to try to make somebody look bad. Blah blah blah.
Warbot, I just want to say, dude, I completely agree with you, and no hard feelings any on other topics as well. But I think that the news said that they didn't say class action lawsuit, but they said once you actually file the lawsuit, they'll do a story on it. So, but hopefully I can get people on board. Bill, you want to sign up? Did you comment? No. Bill, you want
Did I
some
sign
money?
up for what?
The class action lawsuit. Would you sign up if you commented on his post and he deletes your shit?
Dude, I don't get involved in lawsuits. There was so many times where I could have, and I mean, I could have sued my employer, but I didn't. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
part of some kind. I don't know what even know what it was about. My utility company. I kept getting certified letters saying that like I didn't try to. I was just part of it. I don't know why, but they kept sending me these certified letters that it cost them like $3.36 a piece to send.
mhm.
And then after a few years of that, I finally got a check for like 17 cents.
What the fuck?
So I mean, the lawyers get all the money, man.
Well, that's why I really wanted to go pro se. But if I want to do a class action, the only way to do that's
I
with.
could have jumped in when all those lawsuits were going around with Purdue Pharma and the opioid thing. Um, I got letters about getting in on that, but I should have, but I just didn't because it fucked up my life too, you know.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I mean, I don't like lawyers either. I never did. Most of these DAs that don't want to take cases, I found out what it is, Bill. Their biggest concern, because I actually sat down with one the other day that I didn't have any catches in this area. His biggest concern was the liability. He said, if you go out there and I allow you to work with the police and go out there and you get shot in the face, is your family going to come after my office and sue me? Because I allowed that to happen. And I didn't have an answer for him. I said, I don't know. I don't think my mom would. I don't. But then again, a
Well,
lawyer.
that's like they sue the gun manufacturers because people use their gun to shoot somebody, but they
Yeah,
don't sue the car manufacturers because their car killed somebody in an accident. You know what I mean?
dude, I wish I would
It's
have had
a
you there. You could have argued that. I wish Ray was with me on that one. I think Ray would have picked up on that. There's a lot of things I don't think of right on the spot. I'm not good at critical thinking under pressure sometimes, but I did find this out though. So apparently, I can make my organization into like a LLC and then get insurance. So you know how there's like different companies out there that do crazy ass shit that they have to have insurance for. I would fall under that. And so if somebody else got shot or the predator got beat up or whatever, my insurance would cover that. So
right.
I can't
I
afford
had
that,
to
but
when I was doing the bounty hunting thing. I was bonded for I think $2 million or maybe it was 5 million. I don't know, but if something happened and I were to like shoot somebody and get sued, I had to have that there so that if I did lose a lawsuit, then um, they would use that bond and pay it.
see, and that's probably why the police don't have an issue with bounty hunters going out there on their own without law enforcement and using force.
Oh no, some of them do. Some of them have a big issue with it.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. There are. I've run into cops before that See, depending on where we were at, we would go and check in with the local PD and be like, "Hey, we're watching this house. If we see the guy, we're going to take him down." And we would tell them that because we were in unmarked vehicles, and most of the time I'd be in plain clothes. But when you actually go to make the arrest, like you have to be wearing identifiers, at least a badge. So I had a badge on a chain around my neck, and I would just pop that out.
Oh, sure.
Um, in the wintertime, I had a coat with panels on it, and I that were hidden, and I could
Yeah.
just yank the panels down, and it said, agent on it.
Oh, wow.
So when you're actually going to take a guy down, you got to be identifiable. But the thing is we were in playing, unmarked vehicles or whatever, and we want the cops to know that it's not a fucking drug deal gone bad.
Yeah.
It's us taking somebody down because when the cops show up, if there ain't a black guy around, they're gonna shoot the long-haired guy first.
Yeah.
And I got a ponytail, so
Oh, I was going to
um,
ask you if you have a felony for just like driving without a license a bunch of times, can you still become a bounty hunter? You just can't um, have a CCW until you get that cleared up. But
the way it worked then is if you've ever had a violent felony, you can't do it. Any
oh,
other felony, it has to be at least 10 years ago, and then you got to go through a bunch of shit.
well, say I think mine was
Um,
like 12 years ago now.
yeah, you might be all right. What was it for?
Driving without a license habitually in Florida, and then I
Oh,
might have run from the cops one time, but that was actually a misdemeanor
and
down to misdemeanor.
like I can only speak on Indiana law. Every state's different, but they're usually pretty similar.
Yeah, I don't have violent. That's why I actually am qualified for my CCW. I just have to send another letter to the state of Florida, the Tallahassee office. Um, in Florida, it's 7 years, so you can
The
reapply.
Department of Agriculture handles gun permits in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, because I have one from Florida.
I believe you are correct. Oh, fucking Christ's sake, dude. That's why I carry black powder though, because you could have a felony on your record, and
Black powder is not a gun according to the ATF.
well, except for mass. So any state that fireworks are illegal in, those are the states that I can't have it in. So it's the black powder, not the gun.
Right. Which I think is probably unconstitutional, but I don't know.
It is because in order for that gun, which is covered by this, oh my fucking god, dude. In order for that gun to be covered by the Second Amendment and be able to work as that antique, you need the black powder in it in order to do that. So I
Cam,
think
take that black powder gun and shoot that fucking bird.
I'm not looking to get shot with a 12 gauge tonight, Bill. Plus, I don't think I'd harm an animal ever, as annoying as they are. But definitely would say, open the window, be free, go home.
Do it.
No, again, I circle you back around, Bill, to the 12 gauge that somebody else might have.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you just got to take chances.
I don't think I'm outrunning buckshot, Bill. That's what would happen.
I never could. No, yeah, I've had people shoot at me, and it's it can be exhilarating.
Dude, it was exhilarating having that gun by some nut job old loony bin put to the back of my head that night. He didn't even fire around. I was like shook.
Well, you
For a
should have been
while.
shook.
I still have PTSD sometimes, dude. Just from dreams. Like if I have a dream where someone's like shooting at me or something, I think it's from that night because I never had that prior to that. But I mean, like it doesn't bother me now. But yeah, I didn't have my gun that night, Bill. It's probably a good thing I didn't. He would have shot me.
Yeah, yeah, terrifying situation for sure, man.
Well, now I carry my gun on my hip when I go on catches because I got it back and it works. So, um,
I don't know, man. I think that carrying a gun out in the open is asking for trouble. I mean, I almost, unless I'm getting fucked up, I always got a gun on me. But I always keep it hid because, dude, if you're ever in a gas station, uh, buying a Monster Energy drink and a crackhead walks in to rob the place, he's going to shoot you first because you have a way to take him out.
Yeah, I agree
That's
with
I
you.
just don't think it's a good idea to carry it exposed. And then when cops show up on the scene, they don't know you. They might not know what you're doing. All they know is there's a guy with a gun, and dude, you're going to be either shot or eating dirt.
Well, I will say to the cop thing, any police I've ever caught before, I do tell the police first. I tell them what I'm doing and that I'm going out and doing it. So whether they agree with it or not, they do know like what I'm doing. But
And there are cops that are just itching for an excuse to shoot somebody, man.
oh, for sure. No, I agree with you. The problem
So
is I can't
that's I just
conceal.
don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a good look to wear it out in the open, to wear it exposed.
Yeah, if I could conceal it, I would. It's just it's an 8.5 inch barrel, and the thing's like sick, like it's heavy as shit. I don't know how many pounds it is, but there's no place for me to conceal it, unfortunately. And it does you no good if it's in your car. So it's like one of those situations where it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. But
Well, another thing too is, and I'm not saying don't be armed. I'm just saying there's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
yeah,
Um, like how much actual training have you had? How much actual practice have you had? You know what I mean? Because
mhm,
especially with that heavy ass gun and an 8.5 inch barrel,
yeah,
if the shit goes down, I mean this shit happens in under a second.
hmm,
How much time is it going to take you to unholster that damn thing?
quickly.
Click the hammer back, get a bead on him, and pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
So I think you're gonna like this story, Bill. When I was living in Florida, there's a gun range in Clearwater called the Wyoming Antelope Club. It's an outdoor range. A bunch of old people go there, but it's the only place that I can take a powder gun into and shoot. So, anyways, I used to go every single Sunday for 2 years straight for black powder Sundays, and they sectioned off a portion of the range for safety, and we could do quick draw range type things. So I actually learned how to do quick draw like cowboy style with the gun. It was kind of cool. But I've been shooting it for 6 years, and the only I'd say the last year and a half post COVID. Jesus Christ,
Dude, get away from that fucking bird, man. We can't
I
hear you.
can't do it. Yeah, I'm in the room right next to it. It sucks. Um, oh, I'll mute my. All right, so I just haven't gone to the range in a year and a half post COVID. Obviously, the last year the police had it, so. But I'd say I'm not the best. Oh my god, dude, I'm not the best at it. But my groupings are all together. I'm not saying I'm like a
Dude,
superior
like shit, just
gunslinger, but
shooting on a range where you're nice. I've encountered this a shit ton of times because I've taught a lot of people how to shoot under pressure. Um, when you're just relaxed and just shooting shit on a range, I know a lot of people that are excellent marksmen. They can hit anything with anything. Uh, but when you get to choose where the target's at, you get to choose how big the target is, and you get to choose what the weather's like, and you get to choose when it happens. That's very different than like if I get in your face and put some pressure on you, you are not going to be nearly as good as you think you are.
so how would
You got to
you
practice
train?
some real world scenarios, man.
So like how could you train then for like at a range? Like how would you train for a scenario of people just yelling in your face while you're trying to shoot, or
I
do
get
they
in
have
your
like
face
classes?
and I we create real world situations as the best we can. We use like airsoft guns, things like that, or what they call red guns. It's just it's an exact copy of a gun made out of rubber.
Oh, nice.
And like when you shoot somebody, there's a good chance you're going to be grappling with them at the same time.
Hmm.
Most defensive shootings happen within conversational distance, like within 7 feet. So I mean, you gotta fucking know how to shoot under pressure when somebody is trying to kill your ass.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well, I will say this. So I had my holster for this gun custom made at a place called Western World down in Florida because I couldn't find anything that would fit the gun. But I have it set now to where it's like a quick draw type thing where it'll slide right out, but you have to like apply pressure to pull it out. It won't just like fall out. It's too heavy anyways to fall out. But that's why like on the black powder Sundays, my biggest thing was I wanted to learn how to be good at quick drawing it and getting a round off immediately, because you do have to pull the action back on it to shoot. So um that's kind of like what I wanted to learn, and then be accurate. At least I didn't care where I hit the target as long as it hit the target. And after about 9 months of work, I was finally able to get consistent with it. So I may be able to hit him in the arm or the leg or whatever with it, but I could do it and really quickly if I know it's coming. But like you said, real world scenarios, I may not know that
Dude,
he was
I
round
don't give
up.
a fuck. Dude, I have seen people, and I'm not trying to be argumentative with you here, but like this is my thing. And I'm telling you right now, dude, if you tried what you think you're gonna do on me, I'd kill you. I would shoot you right in the face.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I agree with you. I haven't been in a real
'Cause
situation.
I've seen people, they'll spend thousands of dollars on, they'll get a top of the line gun or what they think is a top of the line gun. They'll buy the most expensive ammo. They'll buy these expensive sights that they don't know how to use. They'll get excellent holsters. They'll have all this fancy shit. And they're not bad at shooting on the range when it's nice and relaxed. But as soon as I put a little pressure on them, they go to shit and they can't do anything.
Yeah. So I always see on TV shows where the police go into these buildings where they don't know where somebody's going to pop out at. Like that's the kind of shit that I wish they offered for civilians. Um, I will say though, the night that I had a gun pointed at the back of my head, I don't even really remember how I handled it, but however I handled it, I got out of there alive. So
Well, you lived. So whatever you did, you did something right. But
I think I told the guy I was on the phone with my mom because my phone fell outside of the car. He's telling me to get out of here, and I was like, "Well, can I grab my phone first?" I was on the phone with my mom. Like, it was the first thing that came to my mind. I think I was thinking of my mom in that situation, but
dude, that's that's very common. People, um, the cops wasted this big old uh, high risk gangbanger case I was working on, and we went around the back, and some cops went to the front. Dude answered the door with an AK-47, and the cops wasted his ass. This big old tough fucking gangbanger was laying there crying for his mother. And I've been told about other situations where people were dying, and they talk about their mom or whatever. So that's
yeah.
pretty common.
Well, yeah, and that was scary. I had no phone service either. My stream was going in and out. I didn't have a GoPro on. Um, that dude chased me. Like after I left, he got in his truck with his wife, and they followed me at high speed. I was doing like 90 on a curvy road. Every time it was a straightaway, I'd floor it. He followed me for like 4.5 miles, I think it was, because I went back and looked at Google Maps or whatever, and because I had to show the cop like everything. But that was, dude, that was the most intense situation I've ever been in before. Because I was worried he was going to get up next to me and shoot in my car. He had second thoughts and wanted to shoot me, but I
I
was.
mean, that's something else you need to practice. Like there are a lot of quote unquote training centers out there that aren't worth a fuck because all they do is put you on a range, and yeah, they make you do exercises and stuff.
Uh,
And one of the things that you can do by yourself is to simulate adrenaline. Like you can't really replicate real fear. So what we do is we get your adrenaline going and get you shaking. Right before you shoot, instead of walking up there nice and relaxed on the line and doing it, whatever, but
mhm.
like do a bunch of jumping jacks. I mean, fast ones. Do like 20 of them right before you shoot, and then tell me how your grouping is.
Well,
That'll simulate what your hands are going to be doing when the adrenaline dump goes, because your hands are going to start shaking, and you'll get tunnel vision, and there's just a bunch of shit people never think about.
no, you're absolutely right. Next time I go to the range, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I know this too. Every time at least my gun, because it's heavy, I always have to take almost like every ounce of air out of my lungs before I pulled the trigger. Um, I take a nice deep breath and then I exhale, and at the end of my exhale, I shoot, and that seems to help too a lot. I don't know why, but
Well, yeah, that's when you've got time, when you have time to do that, that's good.
yeah,
I mean, that the more we're doing long range shit, you always want to control your breath and shoot between the heartbeats. But
that's mostly with a rifle though, but or a heavy gun, like I just said. But I do need to go back to the range though. I haven't shot in a year and a half because of COVID shut the range down when I was in Florida, and then between that and the police having my gun, actually, it might have been longer than a year and a half. I do need to get back and practice, but
yes, you definitely want to learn how to grapple.
yep,
Like I was saying, the some of the training I did, they would actually put you in a car, and you'd have to learn how to fight in a car. Um,
that's cool.
they would set up tables and chairs like in a restaurant, and you would have to, uh, you know, present your weapon and do it from the seating position. There is so much shit people don't think about. Um, yeah, in order to pass one stage of that, what they would do is they would make you spin around like when you're a little kid, you spin around in circles and get yourself dizzy.
Uh huh.
And then they would smack you in the face with an empty boxing glove and shove you into a closet with an instructor, and you had to fight your way out. You
Huh.
know, that's
Yeah.
another thing people take into consideration is fighting in confined spaces. You know, if you're in a hallway or fighting somewhere where there's tables and chairs around and shit, you got to learn all that.
Yep. Um, dude, I'll just go work out Waffle House. I'll get all the training I need there.
Right. Yep.
There's spears and everything coming at you.
Hey,
But
dude, I've known people that were into BJJ or whatever, and they would go to bars that just to start shit to learn how to fight real people. You know.
sorry, Bill.
You're
I
right.
got cut off.
No problem.
I do want to take some kind of mixed martial arts, but it's mostly just to get back in shape. I used to be really thin, and then COVID happened, and I ate a lot of food. So, but yeah, also disarming somebody with a weapon would be cool to learn too, knife or a gun, whatever. That's
Yeah, you got to learn all that shit, man. Well, I mean,
under
I'll use Tommy as an example. That dude pulled a knife on him, and if that guy wanted to, he could have fucking
got him like
cut
this.
Tommy into little pieces. That's not that is exactly how you do not react.
Dude, he
Of course, you do. If you have an avenue of escape first, you should take that. Don't fight if you don't have to, but when the shit's down, man, you gotta. You can't just jump into a ditch and squeal like a pig.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what I would have done in that situation either. I think I would have just left, walked off. I think if he would have just retreated back the way he came and not went into the ditch, he would have been fine. I don't think the guy was going to follow him with the knife. But I think when he fell over in the ditch and started crying, that gave the guy like confidence to walk up even closer to him.
He could have.
And you have no defense position once you're on the ground on your back and someone's standing over you with a knife. There's like not as much. Maybe if you had training, you could still get out of that.
Yeah, there's still things you can do, like if you learn how to kick the knees, you know what I mean? There are things you can do from your back, but your back really is the last position you want to wind up in.
Exactly. Or against the wall or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I will say this though, I do feel safer when I have that thing on me, like open carry or not open carry, versus the last year where
Right.
I go into the most sketchiest places without it.
Well, that's the thing, and believe me, I'm 100% pro gun, but guns give people a false sense of confidence, and I realize you're after a predator and you have an objective. Just like when I was chasing fugitives, there were situations that I wouldn't have got myself into if I wasn't trying to arrest somebody.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is like you really should want to live to get out of there. And a gun that you are not properly trained with, and I tell you right now, black powders are not always reliable. There's a lot that can make a black powder not go off. Um, so you're there with an unreliable gun with no training, and it's giving you a false sense of security. So you're going to go into situations thinking that you can handle things when you're really not going to be able to. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to
Yeah.
be an asshole to you. I'm just trying to keep you alive, man.
No, I appreciate it. No, I agree with you, Bill. I agree. I don't even know how I would react in a situation where I'd even have to think about pulling the gun. I hope that I never have to, though. I don't
Right.
want to. That's dude. If I end up shooting somebody with that 1865 Griswold, that's definitely going to be all over the news too, and I might be facing, depending what state I'm in, I could be facing charges. Even in some,
Absolutely.
I know New Jersey.
If
There's
there if there's a shooting pretty almost all the time, even if you were justified, you're still going to jail, for a
yeah,
while.
and they're definitely taking it. So even if you aren't going to jail, they're taking it. Um, New Jersey, there's no self defense law. So you remember that catch, Bill? I don't know if you saw it, but Shafiq and I got it. Well, Shafiq got attacked by that guy. I was standing back. I kept a little bit of a distance. I pepper sprayed the guy twice. Um, and I guess I pepper sprayed Shafiq a little bit too. But apparently, he could have pressed charges on me for pepper spraying him, even though he attacked Shafiq. And that's just pepper spray. Imagine if you shot somebody in that state. Like
Yeah,
you're
states
looking at,
like Massachusetts and California are fucked up, man.
you can't even defend yourself. New York, the state of New York. So if somebody attacks you with a knife or whatever, you are not allowed to stand there and defend yourself. You got to let them stab you. But if you're a third party watching it happen, you're allowed to jump in and fight the guy. That's how fucked up New York is. So you could defend somebody else, but you can't defend yourself. So that's a trick in New York. So you bring two people with you on a catch, you're good.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a now. So if I got a catch, like, where the fuck am I gonna do it where people are gonna see it?
Say what?
I wonder where I'm gonna do a catch. Like, say I have a guy I'm talking to right now. If I decide I want to catch him in a week, like, I can't go live on YouTube at all. So I guess I'll just record it. Um, I can't go live on Rumble.
Dude, I work with a couple of groups that don't put any of their shit on YouTube because they don't want the fucking drama and bullshit that comes along with it. One of them's been on my channel before, but I haven't really done a whole lot for her. But they're not worried about putting shit on YouTube. What we do is we get everything recorded, and they spend a lot of money in thumb drives and shit. And we put everything on these thumb drives. We get a hold of people, we get a hold of everybody that knows them on Facebook, all that other kind of stuff, and let them know what this guy is. And sometimes we just mail them thumb drives or take the thumb drives to their job. We just make sure that everybody that knows them knows what they are. And that kind of exposure is what really matters.
Yeah.
A bunch of random strangers on the internet. It's cool, it's good, but people forget, and yeah, they just don't want to do it and have all the fucking attention and drama that comes along with it.
Yeah. Well, I think if I had a catch like today, I would go live on Facebook because that's like the next largest place that people can find the video and watch it. At least for now. Maybe I'll get lucky. They'll put the channel back. It'll be there temporarily, but
Yeah, hopefully.
I was almost at 10K. So there's a
Well,
lot of people from areas that I caught it.
maybe you can do like Alex did and find a sucker like Ryan and put all your shit on his channel.
Locksmith, you want to stream my
Well,
catches?
I mean, that'll eventually get taken down too. So
Yeah, I don't know. They'd have to be aware of that. That's a possibility, and then if they're still cool with it, then all right. But Locksmith already said previously when I had strikes, when I couldn't do catches, he would let me do it on his channel. But he's starting to do some of his catches. But I think he needs to make a second channel. That way.
right, yeah, I was just gonna say that. I hope he makes a second channel so you don't lose everything.
It's it's a club, Bill, and I'm not in it. What was that George Carlin joke or skit that he did? He said, "There's a club, and none of you were invited." I'll find out if I don't hear back from him in 2 days. Then I actually put in my. Can I read what I wrote to YouTube in my appeal, and you can tell me if you think it will work or not? Because I'd say similar things for videos that they took down, and I won some of the appeals with this, but I don't know. I said, I understand I had some videos. Oh, every time I want to fucking do something, Bill, God, these birds. I understand I had some videos that may have violated the TOS. I privated most of my videos on this channel so I could go through each one of them to be sure they do follow the TOS. I had a lot of videos on this channel. I'm asking you guys to please put my channel back to allow me the chance to continue to go through everything I have and fix it. I do work as a confidential informant for law enforcement currently, so a lot of the videos we shared on YouTube were straight out of police investigations. We are trying to translate our law enforcement investigations to the YouTube TOS. So again, we ask you, please give us a chance to have the opportunity to continue to go through each video and delete the ones that didn't follow TOS. What do you think?
It's worth a shot, man. I mean, at this point, you got nothing to lose.
Nope. It sucks. You can't upload like an image because I could have actually uploaded my my form with the police. I mean, I was able to send it through private chat through YouTube directly, like when you do the chat thing, but not here. You can't do it. Fuckers. Dude, that pisses me off. I just got charged $16 for YouTube Premium that I only got a week of. I don't think I'm gonna get a refund because I've been using it. That's at least a quarter of a tank of gas right there right now. So I mean, fuck.
Yeah, they'll fuck you any way they can.
Dude, the most amateur move that
I got it.
When I first started catching, this was the most amateur thing that any catcher could ever do. I paid $39 for a month for Grinder so I could see if the Preds read the messages or not, and also see if they delete something. I got banned the next day, lost all my money, never got refunded. I didn't know that Grinder banned you that quickly when I started.
All right, y'all. I got something. Somebody's trying to get my attention pretty bad with text messages. So.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. God damn! I forgot to talk about one of the things I was going to talk about.
Good.
No, I have to do it later. But I really got. There's some personal business I got to take care of. I probably won't come back. If I do, it'll be like in half an hour. But yeah. All right. Y'all have a good night and stay naked.
YouTube.